Hi students and welcome to the general review of your Santa Cruz Guitar Company case. First you started with your individual contributions, and here the idea was simple. First you needed to answer the questions by yourself so you were able to contribute in an efficient way when you gathered with your other teammates. Afterwards, after you knew the questions and you knew the answers to the questions, as with the information you had to discuss with your teammates and then agree on a final answer. So in order to answer the case, I think it would be a good idea if we first had an overview of the information that was reviewed in this case. In this activity, we gave you an introduction to TQM, and this will play a central role in our course, Quality Management Strategies. TQM implies involving all of the departments of the company in the quality aspects of the course, business of the company. Traditionally, before TQM existed, the quality process was reserved mostly for the production process. But it is hard, if not impossible, to achieve true and sustainable quality if one does not involve all of the other departments in the quality process. For example, the finance department, the marketing department, the human resources department, all of those play a central role in the quality of the product because they can intervene in the production process. In question number one of the case, you were asked that if the quality model and philosophy of the company was strong enough to be competitive during the next years or the coming years. So what was expected from you in this answer was to include the strengths and weaknesses of the quality model used in the guitar company. You could say whatever you wanted. Really, this answer could not be right or wrong, but the important thing was that you supported your claims with information from the case. Question number two also was related to question number six. Question number six only appeared in the rubric, but you were asked that if you think that the Santa Cruz company case was following TQM without even noticing, and if you did think so, that if you were able to provide some evidence, and the same way, if you didn't think they were following TQM without noticing, you needed also to provide some evidence. So the important thing here, or what we were expecting from you, was to explain why the company is following TQM naturally, without the intention of establishing a TQM system. And you could say whatever you want. Maybe you could say, no, I don't think it's following TQM, or maybe you could say it was. But the important thing was also to support your claims with information of the case. The 14 Deming points become very, very important in here because remember that the 14 Deming points are the base of TQM, and it is a very, very strong evidence that the management in Santa Cruz Guitar Company improves by the application of the Deming points. And it is probably why they were using TQM without even noticing. So I expect a lot more answers saying that they were following TQM without even noticing than answers saying the contrary. In question number three, you had to answer the following. Some members of the company believe that the company should invest in robots and automatic machinery in order to increase their production volume. What will be your recommendation? You needed to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of both automating the company and leaving the workshop as it is today. You need to take into account important points like the quality of the product and the production capacity of the company. Why? Because if you go automatic in your processes, then the quality of the product might diminish, but also the capacity of the production capacity of the company might increase very much. So you could sell a lot more with less personnel being paid for the guitars. But remember that some of the factors that made Santa Cruz Guitar Company the company that it is today is the quality of their product and the fact that most of their processes are handmade because there are some little things, for example, when the people that make the guitar have to hear how the sounds how the sound sounds. It sounds redundant, but that cannot be done by a machine. It can only be done by some expert which really knows about music. So maybe a combination of both would have been a good answer point. And then in question number five, we were asked that if you think that investing in the company would be a good idea. This question was purely for reflection purposes. So based on the information that you received, you needed to determine if this was a good or a bad investment, and you had to explain why. Really, the answer in this question is okay as long as you sustained your claims. Well, thank you for consulting this video. I hope it was enriching for you, and I hope that this helped you to clarify what we expected from this activity and how this activity helps you in your professional development.